Welcome to Madrid Pulse, your ultimate destination for everything in Real Madrid. We bring you all the latest insights, exclusive updates, and expert breakdowns of what's happening inside the walls of the Santiago Bernabeu and beyond. Today's story focuses on Kylian Mbappe, who is preparing for a potentially emotional and decisive clash against his former club, Paris Saint-Germain, in the Club World Cup semi-final. For the first time since leaving France, Kylian Mbappe is set to face Paris Saint-Germain, a moment that could define his early spell at Real Madrid. It's a matchup that has been years in the making, one that fans from both clubs have imagined since Mbappe's highly anticipated move to the Spanish capital finally materialized. Ironically, the 26-year-old's return to play against PSG comes at a time when his status in the Real Madrid starting 13th is not guaranteed. Mbappe's struggles with illness over the past week have cast a shadow over his participation. He was absent from Real Madrid's opening game of the tournament against Al Hilal, not due to tactical decisions or rotation, but because he was lying in a hospital bed. The French star was diagnosed with acute gastroenteritis after suffering a severe stomach illness, which reportedly led to a 6-kilogram drop in weight. His muscle mass declined visibly, raising concerns about his immediate fitness and match readiness. According to a report from L'Equipe, cited by Diario AS, the root of the issue was bacterial contamination from poultry, specifically chicken consumed prior to Real Madrid's trip to the United States. Mbappe had already started to feel unwell before boarding his flight to Miami. While he attempted to power through training on Tuesday after arriving, he quickly deteriorated, suffering from a persistent fever that confined him to bed. The condition worsened to the extent that he had to spend the night in the hospital for treatment and monitoring. As a result, Mbappe missed all 3 of Real Madrid's group stage matches during the Club World Cup's US leg. His absence left a noticeable gap in Madrid's attacking threat. However, this gave way to the rise of a surprising star, Gonzalo Garcia Torres. The young Castilla forward was initially not expected to feature prominently in the senior squad this season. But with a combination of opportunity, form, and sheer determination, Garcia stepped up, scoring 4 goals in the tournament and establishing himself as the current top scorer. When Mbappe returned to action, it was off the bench. He played limited minutes in the 2 subsequent matches, showing signs of returning sharpness. Notably, he netted the winner against Borussia Dortmund, a moment of brilliance that reminded everyone why Madrid fought so hard to bring him to the club. Yet, despite that impact, he hasn't started a game since the illness, and that has given rise to an intriguing selection dilemma for manager Xabi Alonso. With Mbappe seemingly fully recovered and having had over a week since his return to action, there's a compelling argument to reinstate him in the starting E-scenes. His talent, experience, and emotional drive to perform against his former club could prove invaluable in a high-stakes fixture like this. Mbappe knows the PSG setup inside out, has played alongside many of their current stars, and will undoubtedly be motivated to show the world he made the right decision in leaving Paris for Madrid. However, there's another side to the story. Dropping Garcia Torres would be a risky move. The young striker has been instrumental in Madrid's Club World Cup campaign. His goals have come at crucial moments, and his confidence is soaring. Removing him from the lineup now, especially in such a defining game, could disrupt the momentum the team has built. It would also send a tough message to a player who's done everything right and delivered when it mattered most. Xabi Alonso faces a true managerial test here. On one hand, he has the superstar marquee signing who was brought in to be the face of the new Real Madrid era. On the other, he has a young, in-form striker who has earned his place with his performances. Should Alonso choose to bench Mbappe and Madrid falters, critics will question why their most dangerous player was not on from the start. But if he benches Garcia and things go wrong, he may be accused of breaking up a working formula just for reputation's sake. Ultimately, this decision could come down to how Alonso views the dynamics of form versus pedigree. Is it wiser to go with the man in form or the man with the big match experience? With PSG surely preparing to face their former talisman, they will have plans in place whether he starts or not. For Mbappe, This game is personal, but for Alonso, it's strategic. Real Madrid fans will be watching closely, as will the football world, to see how this story unfolds, not just for the result of the semi-final, but for what it could mean going forward in this new era of Los Blancos football. The Argentine sensation has spoken for the first time since his blockbuster transfer to Real Madrid was announced, and his words have left Madridistas worldwide buzzing with excitement. Franco Mastantuono, just 17 years old, is living the dream of millions, transitioning from River Plate to Real Madrid, a leap that many footballers only dream of. In a recent exclusive interview with DAZN, the young midfielder shared his emotions, ambitions, and the details of the crucial conversation that helped him decide to take this major step in his career. Any player in the world dreams of playing for River and Madrid, Mastantuono declared, his words reflecting both pride and ambition. His current focus remains on River Plate, where he is determined to finish his journey on a high note. I want to leave River on a high because it has given me everything, and I am very grateful. My focus is on River and trying to win the tournament, he explained, speaking ahead of River's decisive clash with Inter Milan in the fight for a place in the round of 16. Despite his young age, Mastantuono has already made headlines at the Club World Cup, where his performances turned heads, confirming why Real Madrid were so determined to secure his signature. The Spanish giants acted swiftly, paying 63 million euros for the Argentine starlet, a figure that includes a 45 million euro buyout clause and an additional 18.2 million euros to cover payments to the Treasury and other related entities. It was a strategic and urgent move by Real Madrid to beat other European heavyweights to his signature, notably fending off a strong offer from Paris Saint-Germain. But beyond the money and negotiations, what truly convinced Mastantuono to take this monumental leap was a personal conversation with Madrid coach Xabi Alonso. The young Argentine revealed just how impactful that exchange was in shaping his decision. The way he spoke to me was incredible, and I am very grateful for that, Mastantuono expressed with genuine admiration. The conversation had a lot of influence because the fact that the coach wants you is an important vote of confidence for a player. Leaving a club like River is not easy, and his words motivated me a lot to make that leap. Xabi Alonso, known for his vision both on and off the pitch, had already praised Mastantuono before Madrid's opening Club World Cup match. "We are happy with Franco because he is a boy with a fantastic present and an incredible future," Alonso stated. "I was impressed with the conversations I had with him because of his ambition and maturity." For Mastantuono, joining Real Madrid represents the fulfillment of a childhood dream. "Playing for Madrid is a dream come true. I don't need to put into words what that club is like. We all know what it is. It's the club that has won the most titles in Europe and the best club in the world. It's a new challenge in my life, a very nice one," he added. His words reflect not only excitement, but also gratitude for the opportunities football has given him at such a young age. "What's happening to me is unique, and I'm very grateful for football and for life," confessed the Argentine, who speaks with the composure and maturity of a seasoned professional rather than a teenager. Franco Mastantuono's journey is only beginning, but his mentality sets him apart. Known as an all-rounder capable of dominating the midfield, his rise in world football has been meteoric, and many believe his true potential remains untapped. "They tell me I seem mature. It's true. My parents' upbringing was key. Living alone from a young age helped me understand what it's all about," he reflected. "You learn until the very last day. I like to listen, learn, and observe. My mentality is my greatest strength." With this mentality, Mastantuono is poised to thrive at Real Madrid, a club where mentality, hunger, and ambition define greatness. Madridistas can look forward to seeing a young player not only with immense talent, but with the character to succeed at the highest level. His arrival marks not just another signing, but the beginning of a new chapter for both the player and the club. Stay tuned here on Madrid Pulse as we continue to follow Franco Mastantuono's journey and bring you every update, insight, and story from the heart of Real Madrid. Hala Madrid, Alonso has already had conversations with the young midfielder, and the impression Mastantuono left was nothing short of remarkable. "We are happy. He has a fantastic present and a brutal future," Alonso said. "I was impressed with the conversations we had because of his ambition and maturity, since things with him don't happen by chance. In August, we will have him, and he will be a very important acquisition for the squad." For fans of the club, this is the kind of talent you dream of seeing grow at the Bernabeu. Ambitious, intelligent, and emotionally mature beyond his years.